Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that might make you wrinkle your nose a little, but trust me, it's absolutely fascinating. We're going to answer the question, why on earth did the ancient Romans use urine to wash their clothes? It sounds bizarre, right? But stick with me, because the science behind it is surprisingly clever, and it tells us so much about daily life, chemistry, and ingenuity in the Roman Empire. So let's set the scene. Imagine you're walking down a street in ancient Rome. You see magnificent temples, bustling forums, and maybe even a chariot or two. But you'd also smell something distinct. A big part of that smell would come from the local laundry, or asterisk for Lonica asterisk. These were the laundromats of the ancient world, and they had a secret ingredient that was both free and incredibly effective: human urine. Now, before you get too grossed out, let's talk chemistry. The key component here is ammonia. Fresh urine is mostly water and urea, but if you let it sit for a while, a natural process of decomposition begins. Bacteria break down the urea, converting it into ammonia. And ammonia is a fantastic cleaning agent. It's an alkaline substance, which means it's great at neutralizing acidic dirt and grease. Think about it, we still use ammonia in many modern household cleaners today, just in a much more refined and less personal form. The Romans had figured this out thousands of years ago without the benefit of modern chemistry labs. So, how did this whole system work? Well, it was a surprisingly organized operation. The asterisk phallones asterisk, or the laundry workers, would place large clay pots, called asterisk dolia asterisk, on street corners. People would just contribute. Yes, you heard that right. Public urination wasn't just tolerated in some cases. It was encouraged as a civic duty. These pots were essentially public collection vats for the city's laundry service. Once the vats were full and the urine had had enough time to ripen and become rich in ammonia, it would be collected and taken back to the asterisk full-on ICA. Asterisk now, the actual washing process was, shall we say, very hands-on, or rather feet-on. The dirty clothes, usually togas and tunics made of wool, were placed into large tubs or vats filled with a mixture of this aged urine and water. Then the workers, often slaves, would get in and stomp on the clothes. Think of it like a human-powered washing machine. The constant stomping, known as fulling, would agitate the fabric, working the ammonia solution deep into the fibers to break down dirt, stains, and oils. This process also helped to degrease new wool, making it softer and easier to dye. It was a tough, smelly, and physically demanding job. After the urine wash, you might be thinking, okay, but wouldn't the clothes smell terrible? And that's a fair question. The Romans thought of that too. The urine wash was only the first step. After the stomping, the garments were thoroughly rinsed with clean water, often in large flowing water basins connected to the city's impressive aqueduct system. They would wring them out and then move on to the next stages of the cleaning process. To get rid of any lingering smells and to whiten the fabric, they used another interesting chemical, sulfur. The damp clothes would be hung over a wicker frame, and underneath it, a pot of burning sulfur would be placed. The sulfur dioxide gas produced would act as a powerful bleaching agent, whitening the togas to that brilliant white color so prized by Roman citizens, especially politicians who needed to look their best. It was a symbol of status and cleanliness. A bright white toga meant you could afford to have it professionally laundered. Finally, the clothes would be brushed to raise the nap of the wool, sometimes pressed in a large screw press to get them smooth, and then delivered back to their owners, clean, white, and ready to wear. So, despite starting with urine, the final product was probably much cleaner and brighter than what you could achieve with just water at home. This whole industry was a huge part of the Roman economy. In fact, Emperor Vespasian, who ruled in the 1st century AD, saw a golden opportunity here. He imposed a tax on the collection of urine from public urinals. When his son Titus complained that it was a disgusting way to raise money, Vespasian famously held a gold coin under his son's nose and said, "Pecunia nan alit," which translates to "money does not stink." This phrase has survived for centuries, reminding us that profit can be found in the most unlikely of places. The tax was a success, and it helped fund major construction projects, including the Colosseum. So, in a weird way, public pee helped build one of the wonders of the ancient world. The use of urine wasn't limited to just laundry. It was also used for tanning leather, as the ammonia helped to soften the hides and remove hair. Some even believed it had medicinal properties, and there are accounts of it being used as a mouthwash to whiten teeth. Yes, a urine mouthwash. The ammonia was thought to fight plaque and give you a sparkling smile. I think I'll stick with mint-flavored toothpaste. Thank you very much. It really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? We take our modern washing machines, detergents, and stain removers for granted. For the Romans, cleanliness was a serious and labor-intensive business that required a deep, practical understanding of natural chemistry. They used the resources they had available, no matter how unconventional, to solve everyday problems. It was a system born out of necessity and ingenuity. So, the next time you're doing your laundry, maybe give a little nod to the ancient Romans. They might not have had fabric softener or scent-boosting beads, but they had a system that, while smelly, was incredibly effective and shaped their society in ways we're still talking about 2,000 years later. From a stinky street corner pot to the brilliant white toga of a senator, the journey of Roman laundry is a testament to human resourcefulness. It just goes to show you that sometimes the most surprising solutions are hiding in plain sight ... or, in this case, in a clay pot on the side of the road. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into Roman history. If you found this as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more weird and wonderful stories from the past. Let me know in the comments what other strange historical practices you'd like to learn about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.